everyone, welcome back to another beautiful sunny day on the island of Neopia. I am finally gonna make some decorating progress today. I know I've literally been putting off decorating for so long because I don't know about you guys, terraforming and decorating is like the most intimidating part of Animal Crossing for me, and I'm so lazy with it, but we're gonna get started today. It's bunny day in our game today, and I think we should start off with a bunny themed outfit. Okay, so first of all, I know I have roaches in my house. It's disgusting, but I wanted to show you guys this because it really made me laugh. Hello, editing Sachi here. So my mom sent me this voice message the other day that made me laugh so hard when I got it. My mom used to be really into Animal Crossing back in the day, and then she took a little bit of a break, and now she's getting back into it, but she forgot that you get cockroaches in your house when you don't play for a little while. So she sent me this.
Today I went to my Animal Crossing kitchen. 哎呦，有的 cockroach 更难的别发 basement 还有 cockroach 哎呦，不来不去
I thought it was really funny, and then I had to send her like 5 more voice messages explaining like what to do afterwards. And then she told me how amazing her island is and that she's been decorating her house and she got some new like furniture for her basement. So let me know if you guys want to see a tour of my mom's island, because I haven't been there in a while. I remember the one time I invited her to my island, she told me it was too messy and that hers was better. So let me know if you guys want to see it. Okay, on with the video. Okay, so it's time to get changed into our Easter themed outfit. This cinema roll hat is like the closest thing I have to, I guess, like bunny ears, but we're gonna check out Abel's and see if they have anything. Able Sisters is closed. Open 9 till 9 p.m. Right, okay, so I set my island to the morning time because I wanted to be able to terraform and not have to deal with villagers walking around everywhere. But of course, that doesn't stop Hippo, who is up at all hours of the day in his dumb Easter outfit. I'm gonna take a photo of that so I can laugh at it later. There it is. There it is. Okay, so I don't mind Bunny Day, but do you guys remember back in 2020 when the game first came out and Bunny Day was like the first event we had? And there were so many eggs that it got out of control, and Nintendo actually had to go back and like patch the amount of eggs that were being dropped because everyone was getting traumatized by it. That was a good time. I really and truly wish that Hippo would leave my island because this is getting a little bit too close for comfort here. Okay, so now we're heading over to Town Hall, and good old Zipper is here. Do you guys believe that conspiracy theory that he's actually your dad in the game? Because I remember hearing somewhere that people thought that, you know, you have a mom in the game that writes you letters and stuff, and they were like, what if your dad is the one that dresses up as Zipper and he like comes to your island to check up on you and make sure you're doing okay? I don't know. I kind of believe it, but at the same time, Zipper like really creeps me out. So I think at this point we're not really gonna do the Bunny Day event because that would just mean we'd have to do a lot of dailies, and I kind of want to get moving. Although I do like the Bunny Day recipes, but maybe we'll try it out next year. Okay, so I have a bunch of fossils that I should probably drop off because I haven't really done much progress on my museum. And Blathers, what is this? Oh, it's the cafe! Oh my gosh, I forgot! I don't have the cafe yet! Oh, Brewster! Are we gonna have to go looking for Brewster today? Every time I try to sit down and start terraforming, there's like some other task that I have to complete. So I guess we're also looking for Brewster today. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna clear out all of the fossils and like random stuff I have in my inventory. Yes, I know my inventory is a nightmare. I'm not very good at keeping things organized, but we just need to clear up some space here. We have Miss Blue Bear walking around today. It's been a while. Where have you been? I feel like they always make you feel so bad when you don't play for a while, right? I guess we both got caught up in chasing dreams. Like, why you gotta make me feel so bad about taking a break, Blue Bear? I'm sorry. So I am still pretty early on in the world of Neopia, I have a bunch of features that I need to unlock. I still have a bunch of terraforming things that I haven't unlocked yet. So I headed over to City Hall. We're booting up that ATM and I have to redeem my Nook miles for things because there's a lot that I don't have. Looking through this list, I'm like, okay, if we're going to be doing terraforming, I need to get the custom design editors, as well as like all of the path permits and stuff. Although I think when we decorate, I'm mainly going to be using custom designs, so I don't have to unlock them, but I will eventually. And I literally spent like the next 15 minutes or so unlocking a bunch of things because every time you get something, it sends you back to the main menu and it takes a while. So yeah, here we go. We got all of our custom design stuff set up. We got all of our services set up and now we can finally head out again. A little bit of time has passed and Able Sisters is open again. And the first thing I see when I walk in is my signature bear hat. So I think this means that I need to go back to the bear hat. It's so cute. So I'm still deciding. I don't know what my signature look is going to be for Neopia yet, but we'll figure that out eventually. And then I saw this outfit off to the side, which I thought was so cute. It's like a green jacket, little beret, very like cottagecore. I love it. So I ended up buying the full outfit. I literally walked in and was like, Abel, give me everything on that mannequin. Sometimes I do that in real life because I'm not the best at styling myself. But now that we have our cute outfit, I'm like, let's go and find Brewster. You know, let's see if we can convince him to come back to our island. So we ran on over to our dock and jumped in Captain's boat and he was singing us this cute little song. And I accidentally spammed a button too many times and like canceled the song. And then he got mad at me. I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna lie. As soon as we got to this mystery island, I completely forgot what I was doing. I forgot that we were looking for Brewster. And I was like, oh, mystery island. Okay, let's go see what DIYs we can find or what bushes we can steal. And I ended up finding this gyroid, which is pretty nice. We're gonna plant that back at home later. I also went to the right side of the beach and I found a DIY recipe for a Dharma, which is nice because I still need DIYs on my account. And then I finally noticed Brewster walking around in the background. I was like, oh, this is the main reason why I came here. All right. So we jumped on over. He said hi. I am so excited to finally have the caffeine hookup on my island, you know? Like, where else am I going to get my coffees from? Where else am I going to get my cold brews from? At this point, though, we go over and we speak to Blathers, and I was actually a little bit confused because he didn't officially say that he was coming. He's just like, I hear you, I see you, and then he gave me a gyroid, and I was like, are you coming? Or like, is everything good? But eventually he said yes, so mission complete. After a quick and relaxing little boat ride back to Neopia, we headed over to our museum to let Blathers know that he needs to wake up and that Brewster is on his way over. So Blathers lets us know that he's going to be shutting down the museum for the next day and that we will soon have our coffee. Let's go. So I had a couple of gyroid fragments that I needed to take care of. So I planted those in the ground by Town Hall. I watered them. And all of my gyroid holes were fresh and steamy. As cute as Bunny Day is, I'm over it. So we are time skipping to the next day. Good morning, Isabel. She let us know that Blathers is all moved in and the cafe is set up in the museum. And that we finally have caffeine on the island. Woo! So now we can finally get to terraforming. Or will we? One thing that people get mad at me for, which I honestly genuinely forget about like 90% of the time, is checking my mailbox. I never check my mailbox. As you can see here, I have quite the backlog. And I have a bunch of items here that I ordered from Nook Shopping. I don't even know how many months ago. It's mainly just music because I'm trying to build up my music collection on this island. So we stored those. And then I had these letters from my friend Kale, which all said like blue or gold or red. And I couldn't figure out what they were. And then it hit me that these are ornaments from the Christmas event. Also, this letter from Mom is definitely from like 2021. So my goal for today is to finally get designing. As you can see, I get distracted very easily. I said we were gonna decorate and then we went on this whole side quest looking for Brewster. But we're finally here and I wanted to get some custom design set up. So Abel, let me in. Ooh, okay, so let's take a look. There's no good outfits today, but there is this mustachio, which I think looks very distinctive. So I'm gonna add that to my little cottagecore outfit. In his usual creepy fashion, Hippo is waiting outside for me. Please leave my island. And our museum is currently under construction to get Brewster all moved in. The gyroids that we planted earlier are all done cooking, and I ended up setting them up over on the left side of my city hall because I have this little like gyroid party going on. It's really cute. Hey girl, I'm back, but this time I'm actually here to do some designing. So we're using the kiosk at the back of the room. I do have the phone app as well. I just forgot that I got it. I was on Pinterest earlier and I found a lot of these really cute designs. Now, I asked you guys on my last video to guess what type of theme I was going for in my new island, and a lot of you guys guessed correctly, actually, which I was surprised about, but I also feel like that's because I'm very predictable. So, based on these designs that I have over here, I'm sure you guys kind of have an idea. Yes, I think I'm gonna go for a forest core island. I don't think I'm going to do too much like cottagecore. I want it to feel more like wilderness. Like we're literally living in the middle of a forest. I've found a bunch of these really beautiful custom designs. A lot of them are like dirt paths or brick paths or just like floral ground grassy designs. I found all of these patterns on Pinterest, by the way. So if you guys want to see the codes or inspiration that I have saved, I will link my Pinterest in the description box below. But as you can see, we have a good amount of codes saved right now. I have a dirt path. I have some sand art as well, some grassy patches, some mushrooms as well that are really nice. We're going to add to these in the future. These were just a couple that caught my eye initially. Okay, so I started to have some terraforming anxiety. I feel like sometimes your island can seem so big that it's difficult to pick a spot to kind of work on at first. So I figured for me, you know what, the entrance is a good place to start, and maybe I'll work on my entrance and start moving backwards. And obviously, for some reason, once you start decorating, all of your villagers just decide to come and watch and get in the way. But we got rid of all those trees, we cleared up this area, and then I realized my museum is off to the right, kind of in the area that I want to start decorating. It's right by my entrance, and I set it down when I first started playing the game, so I didn't really think too much about it. So we need to move that stuff over. We ended up calling Blathers, and we moved the museum to the back left corner of the island for now, just so it's out of the way, because I mainly want to work on the area by the airport, and I don't want anything near it. So we put down the moving kit, and we'll think about that another time. I ended up jumping one more day forward just to get the museum out of the way, and then went outside to set down a few pieces, but it was raining, and I don't know about you, but I do not like terraforming in the rain. It just seems a little bit depressing. So I did put down a couple of squares just to see if the color of the custom design like matched the grass and looked good and everything. And fortunately it did. So I think this path was a good idea, and I think this is what I'm gonna stick with. I ended up jumping forward another day, so suddenly it's sunny again, and this is where things are gonna speed up a little bit. So my way of designing outdoor natural spaces is to start with a path, because I find that when you put down the road first, it's easier to build around it, like if you want to add cliffs or trees or flowers or anything else. So I started with my path, I put down the outline first, and I made it a little bit like twisty and curvy because I wanted it to look like a path that had been worn down over time. I also didn't make this front path too big because I find that once I start making an area too wide, then I get overwhelmed and I'm like, how am I going to decorate this? So I just put down some leaf designs, some weeds, kind of to make it look a little bit more overgrown. And then I decided to put down some trees as well, just to get an idea of how it would look if I had started to set up the forest. Also, we're finally breaking ground with terraforming. Yay! So I wanted to have both sides of the entrance kind of be surrounded by cliffs or rocks, almost like mountains. So I need to start building this front area up, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with it. And of course, as I get into the terraforming flow, Colton appears. So I had to trap him back here. See ya later, buddy. Like, why do they always appear when you're in the groove, right? So I continue on with crafting my cliffs. I kind of want to give them like a rugged shape. I've also been seeing some really cool inspo pics on Pinterest where people have waterfalls going across the front of their entrance, and then you have to cross a little bridge to get there. So that's what I'm kind of making room for. And then Colton appears again. He literally walks from like the back of the map all the way over to where I'm building and decides to take a seat right at the tree in the area that I'm building at. Out of all places, why? I don't understand it. So we're gonna politely tell him to leave, even though I don't think he is. I think minutes after I managed to get Colton to leave, Barbara came and did the same, or Wendy? I can't remember. Honestly, I want to kick all these villagers off my island, but another one came and got in the way. So we had to shift her over, and I'm continuing with building out this front area. I think I'm just going to leave it simple for today and craft out this just one level cliff area. So this is what it's looking like so far. We have this windy path, and I'm going to fill this area with trees and bushes and all sorts of other items. So I finished the path from the airport kind of to the middle area, and then I just decided I wanted to see what the path looked like if we connected it to resident services. So I have that cliffy area that I'm building out. I'm probably going to surround resident services with it as well, but at least now I have another path that I can work around. And this is what it looks like. I also realized that Flo's house is over to the left, and it's kind of in the area that I think we're going to start working on next. So I needed to get that out of the way. We're going to shift her over to the beach with the rest of the villager houses, just so, you know, they're not in the areas that I'm going to be building out. She gets a beautiful beachside property. And that's where I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed today's episode. I cannot believe we got sidetracked for so long at the beginning with Brewster and getting all that stuff set up, but we did it in the end. And we finally managed to find some custom designs and start with terraforming. You know, I find that terraforming is the most difficult part about decorating in Animal Crossing. So I did make an official Neopia Spotify playlist with some of my favorite songs that I listened to while I was terraforming. I find that it's really easy to get into the zone and get a lot done when you have a good playlist. So all the links and everything are down below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!